Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this morning. Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to make you the best version of yourself. And we do that by guiding you to become financially independent through currency trading with our super accurate proprietary indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. On this session, what I do is our indicators, we have a number of different signals. I am going to use two of those signals to analyze the market and recommend a trade. And ideally, you'll get a free trade out of it, and you'll also learn how to trade a little bit better by watching me walk through my analysis. So with that, we always start by doing the disclosure. So let's do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. So let's get to it. Just a quick housekeeping. We have a number of these sessions that we do. Tuesday and Thursday, I do a session at 6:30 this time every morning. Monday evening, we have started a new session at 6:30 in the evening. On Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 in the morning Eastern time, we do an intro to coaching, and also at 10 p.m. on Thursday. And Wednesday night, we have the light meeting. As you become a regular member, you get access to many more trades, live trades. There's a training session on Saturday, back to the basics. There's a morning trade Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern. There is an evening trade at 10 p.m. Eastern. There's a Sunday trade, and then there's paid sessions also. So lots of opportunities to watch skilled traders trade. One of the reasons our program works so well is that we give you personalized one-on-one instruction in addition to a video curriculum. So everything is covered. So with that, I work off of a trade routine, kind of like a little checklist, just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. First thing I need to do is check that my charts are live. Many of you now have been switched over to the web-based screen charts. I have not made that move yet, but within the next couple of weeks I will. But I want to just make sure my green charts are connected to the internet. I know that by looking at the green part up here, and that I've got a current chart by getting a little green thing down here. And I also want to check that my CoinEx is going, and I see the numbers flickering over here on the left. So we're good there. Review of yesterday's trade. Last night we had a loser, one of the rare losers, kind of ticked me off. The signal was good. Let's go take a look at it. It was on the AUD NZD. It was a 10-point trade. It did what it was supposed to do. let's see, let me pop it up here. NZD. When we took it, we took a buy trade, and the exit, as you can see, or the take profit was at 1.08007, and it got just shy of that. In fact, it looks like it should have hit it because it got to almost 1.0802. So the signal was right. It was an up signal. It moved. We missed the calculation just a bit on what the take profit was, and the figuring out what the trade is worth is a little bit of an art as you get into it. Normally the only trade I take in the evenings when I'm not kind of watching the screen or have it on my side is the euro dollar, because I'm very comfortable with that. But this one, we got the signal right. It was a buy signal, but we just missed on the take profit. Then it came down and took us out on the stop loss. And again, normally while I'm trading during the day, instead of using a stop loss, I'm using a hedge, where I would hedge out of it at probably 20 pips or 15 pips. But to keep things simple for this session, my goal in this session is to show you how to read the indicator, so that you can get better at that in terms of picking the direction of the market. We don't go into more of the details, but the call was right, but we missed it by a fraction. So with that, let's so that's a good habit to figure out why what we did went wrong at the end of every day. So what we did there, we had the right call. We just missed it on the take profit. We are technical traders, so we want to our analysis is based on price movement. What also affects currency pairs, though, is news. So we want to know what the news is, or if there's any news items out there that might have an impact on what we're doing. So we will go to forexfactory.com. There are other news sources. Some people check 2 or 3 different news sources. I'm happy enough to check this, and we see that coming up at 8:15 today, there's going to be some. Well, on this, they break news down into 3 sections: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. I want to know what the red items are, and I want to stay out of trading those. I try to stay out of it, to be out of that trade 2 hours beforehand. I don't want to be carrying a trade into a news item, because I can't predict which way this will go. If for some reason I am still carrying a trade, I am sitting there watching it when it goes, and to take corrective action to protect the current position. So this morning, 8:30, that's 2 hours away. We shouldn't really take a Euro USD trade. If we see a scalp, we'll take that, but we should stay out of that. And now we will get into our technical analysis. Again, there's 2 trades that I'm going to be focusing on. One is something called the 10-point trade. The other is called the thick orange line trade. 10-point trade is a little bit more more advanced version than the simple trade that we show on the to the lights. Basically, what we're doing is we start with the majors and minors, which is the middle chart, and we are looking for situations where we are either overbought or oversold. Red and green lines are the majors, black and gray are the minors. When we are oversold, I want to see all the lines turning up, which I've got here, and I want to see what's called the double cross, where the green comes over the red and the gray has come over the black, and I have that. Ideally, I want to see all the lines linked together, or the closer these lines are, the stronger the signal, and I have all for pointing up and double crossed. So this is worth 3 points. 1, because it's oversold. 2, because everybody's pointing up, and 3, because I got the double cross. If I have 3 points here on the chart, I am going to go ahead and then jump up to the top chart, the TNT chart, and I'm going to count how many lines are going in the same direction. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to take a trade in the USD, but just for teaching purposes, we're going to just review it real quick because this is a good signal. The 2 orange lines are going up, so that supports what I'm seeing here. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means up. The 2 blue lines are going down. So I've got 4 out of 4 telling me there's a buy move. I want to have at least 3 of the 4 from the TNT. So I've got that. Once I have that, I'm going to jump down and take a look at the pressure. I have down pressure with red on top. I need to get at least 1 point here. So the lines either need to be going up or I need to have the green line on top. I have neither. So since I don't have a point here, I don't have a viable trade. And you know, the goal is to read the chart so that we increase the probability of getting a winning trade. And when all the items line up from the 3 charts, that gives us the highest probability of having that winning trade. And if we get 2 or 3 winning trades a day, we'll be making good money. So I don't have it here, so I'm going to pass. Euro dollar, I'm oversold, going down. Pound dollar, I am oversold. The minors have turned. The majors aren't pointing up yet, and I don't have the double cross, so I'm going to skip. U.S. Canadian dollar overbought. Minors are started to come down. Majors haven't. U.S. Swiss franc, we're just reaching the overbought situation. U.S. dollar yen, we are overbought. The lines are pointing down. I have the double cross. I got 3 points here. I like this setup very much because the lines are tighter than what we saw over here on the Australian dollar. And if you'll notice, the slope is steeper. This green line is coming down much steeper than the green line on the Australian US dollar. So the steepness matters. So I've got nice steep lines coming down here. Minors are almost halfway into the channel. That's okay. Majors are just entering the channel. So 3 points here. If I go up to the TNTs, the 2 orange lines are coming down. Dotted blue is going up. Blue going up means down. So I got 3 of the 4 telling me down. And I have down pressure. So this is a good signal. Plus, I've got not only down pressure, but the green line is going down. So I like everything about this. This is a nice trade. We're not going to take it because we're within 2 hours of this news event. So that breaks my 2-hour rule. Now, some people won't take the trade 30 minutes before. On that front, I'm a little more conservative. But this setup here on the JPY, this is a nice setup. I like this setup. But let's go and look at some non-US pairs and see. Again, we had another news item on the pound. So the likelihood is I don't want to take a trade on the pound either. But looking at this overbought, this is more sideways than down, even though I've got the double cross. So I wouldn't go beyond. Like, I don't like how the lines are pointing enough here to take this trade. Australian dollar yen oversold. The lines are going up. The majors are a little bit more steeper than the minors. And again, if there's a difference between the majors and minors, I care what the majors are doing more than the minors. So I've got part 1 of the setup. If I look to the TNTs. Thin orange is flat, so nothing. I don't get a point for that. Thick orange is going up. The two blues are going down, so I got 3 points here. However, the pressure isn't with me. I've got down pressure. The lines are converging. The steepness of the green line is less steep than it was here, but I need the green to either be on top or the lines to be going up. So not enough there. Euro Canadian overbought, not coming down yet. Australian New Zealand dollar overbought, still going up. Pound yen oversold. Minors have turned up, majors have turned down. When you see this pattern on the majors, it looks like an upside down duck head where like this is the bill. This usually suggests there's going to be a little bit more down push to it. So I want to stay. It's not ready in my opinion. Euro Australian dollar overbought. Lines are coming down. I've got the double cross, and I've got nice steepness on the majors. So I've got 3 points here. Two orange lines are going down. Two blue lines are going up. The thick orange line tends to be the fastest. The thick blue line tends to be the slowest in terms of calculating what's happening. So I got support here. I got all four. On the pressure, I've got up pressure, but red is just crossed over on top. So even though I've got up pressure, red is crossed on top. So I have a point here. So I've got 8 points. 3 here with the majors and minors, 4 here with the TNTs, and 1 with the pressure. So since I have all four, since I've got all the signals aligned, I'm going to now take a look at the more detailed chart to help me do my figure out how many pips this is worth. So let me see if I've looked at this chart recently. This shows the last 14 charts that I've looked at. I guess it's a little different on the new green charts. I don't see Euro AUD. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Euro USD. You can see on my Euro USD, I already have my support and resistance on there. I'm going to make it an what was it? Euro AUD. Euro AUD. So I right click, I go to chart settings, and I can change the symbol here. Euro AUD, and all my charts are. I think it might be a little bit more cumbersome to you have to go through each chart individually on the new green charts, and I haven't had the time to do that, to set my charts up. And then let's just save this real quick. Save as Euro AUD. So first thing is going back to my little trade routine. I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. So I'm going to open up my clean chart. I'm going to pull it together. Right now, I've got the way this chart was set up is it has 90 days on it. And I'm going to drop in some support and resistance. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to take a horizontal line and right around where the current price is, I'm going to see if I can find spots where it seems to naturally stop. And again, this is a little bit of an art. All right, right in here, we've got some stopping, a little bit of stopping here, right in here, in here. So I'm going to use that as one. I'm going to try to get a couple below. Stops right in here, right in here, right in here. Let's get one above. This one's pretty good. Stops here, 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 here. And how about one more below? Stops here, 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 over here. And these are, on the euro dollar, these tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. Here we are 50 pips apart. So we're from 70 to 24, 24 to 67. That's 40 pips, 67 to 13. That's, again, 40 pips. The trend, what are we seeing for a trend? Well, 2 weeks ago, we had a, let's see, 2 weeks ago, we had an uptrend. This isn't really much of a trend. This is just a day and a half. So within the last week, it's been a little flat. We've just traded between these two channels, this channel and this channel. Came down, hit the support, bounced back up, went up to here, bounced, came down, bounced, came down, bounced, went up, stopped, then broke through, and it's hitting this one right now. So I don't really have a discernible trend. The reason I want to know the trend is that if it is if I'm trading, taking a buy in an uptrend, that's worth more pips than taking a buy in a downtrend. I'm going to take less pips depending on what the trend is. Here I've got no indication of the trend. So now I'm going to kind of pull this back open and pull it up. And I want to know how much room I have to each of the support and resistance lines. So going up here, I'm 12 pips to the resistance line and 28 pips down to the support line. So 12 and 28. So now looking at the signal, I still have the signal here. I want to look at my 2-hour chart and see if it confirms what I'm seeing here. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. Actually, the lines are nice and tight all together here. And my pressure, red is just crossing over. The steepness of the up pressure is a little bit more, but I've got the rest. So this on the 2-hour chart is confirming what I'm seeing here. On the 4-hour chart, overbought, everybody's coming down. The pressure is up. I don't have the double cross yet. But on my majors and minors, it's telling me it's about to come down. On the day chart, they're still up in it. So I don't need to worry about the day chart. I'm only going to look for, I'm getting my confirmation from my 4-hour, my 2-hour. If I look at my 30 minutes, majors and minors are going down and the pressure is rolling, and on my 2.5 minute. So this is a good sell trade. Now the question is, how many pips do we want to take? It's moving down while we go, while we're talking about it. 25. Let's take this for 11 pips. 11 pips down. We'll split the difference in terms of where we got to get to this line. So I'm going to open up my chart, find Euro AUD. Euro AUD. I do not have that open. So to open it, I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for Euro AUD. Not in the top group. Not in the second group. Now I'm just going to go down Euro AUD. Here it is. I am going to click New Order. Check my Euro AUD, check my volume. I'm going to do a market trade. I'm not going to worry about my stop loss and take profit yet. I just want to get the trade in. So I'm going to click sell by market. Enters the trade. And I see it here. I click anywhere along the trade where it's showing underneath. It highlights it in blue. I right click and I'm going to go to modify to add my take profit and stop loss. So here we're going to go for 11 pips. So 11 pips is 110 points. 110 points. So I just add an extra 0. I'm going to click the little blue copy as button and it does the math for me here. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 for a stop loss. So if I'm going for 410, I'm going to go for 440 or 44 pips as a stop loss. Click the red button. It puts it. Now, when I calculate, I usually, I like to go 2 support and resistances away. If I were to go to 2 support and resistances away, I would put my stop loss up here somewhere. So at 158.200. So here's one support and resistance. Here's another support and resistance. I wanted to have to break 2 support and resistances before it takes me out. So what was that number? 58.20. And what did we put ours at? So ours is much more conservative than on the 4-to-1. So we're going to leave it at that for now. But if I was taking this trade independently, I would probably push this up a little bit more. All right, so we took one trade. Let's go and see if we can find, we got another 3 minutes left in the hour. Let's go and see if we can find a thick orange line trade. Thick orange line trade, we are looking at what this number is. The thick orange line number, it's scaled from 0 to -100. On the new green charts, it's from 0 to 10. So they've moved the decimal spot over. 10 is when it's the line is as high as it can go. 0 is when it as low as it can go. On the old green charts, it's reversed. So 0 is as high as it can go. -100 is as low as it can go. What it's telling us when it's at 0 or 10 is that it is it believes there's no more up or down in the movement. So I'm looking for situations where this is 0 or -100 or within 10 points of that or 1 point. So -40 isn't, -100. So this is maxed out. It's telling us there's no more down in the movement. You can see it's been here for 2 hours. So when I see this, then the question is, I want something to confirm it that tells me, yeah, this is indeed a maxed out. And what I'm going to do is I am going to look to my majors and minors, and I want to see all the lines well below the red. And I've got that. The majors are well below. The minors are almost, they're near the red. But again, I care more about what the majors are doing. So I've got both signals here. In your case, on your chart, if you're using the new green charts, this is going to be 0, and you're going to see this. So when I have condition A and condition B, this is a good trade. I don't have to do the analysis like I did on the Euro AUD to figure out what it's worth. We know, because we've tested this, it's always worth 5 pips. We're going to get a little bounce right at the top of the hour. So let's go ahead and take a buy trade on the euro dollar for 5 pips. So I'm going to open my euro dollar chart, new order. I am going to click market execute, check my volume, market execution buy. Then I'm going to come down in here and add 5 pips, modify. 5 pips is 50 and 200. We're going to use a 4-to-1. I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So if I'm at 21.18, I want to go to 21.23. 21.23.2. All right. some people on this trade, some traders like to, so if I go back to the top of the hour at minus 100, they want to see this number jump by 10. So it would have to go to minus 90. We only got to 93. So we're a little shy. So this may take a little bit longer. It'll bring us right up to when that news comes up. I know I said I didn't want to do a euro, anything with the dollar in it, but since this is such a quick trade, I expect it to close in an hour. Again, just to give you a sample of the trade, I went ahead and took it. I think we'll be okay. Any questions? Let's take a look here. Yeah, USD has events. Yes, we know that. So theoretically, I broke my trading rule. So hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Stay out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. But it was a nice signal. We're flat. We've been flat 2 hours, and the lines are well below. So I should get that little spring back. It's like pulling an elastic and letting it go. There's a little spring there. So to refresh, or just we took 2 trades. Euro AUD using the 10-point signal for 11 pips, and we took a 5-pip thick orange line trade on the Euro USD. All right, gang. Thanks for joining us. We're here to help you become good traders. If you need any help, just reach out to us, because we win when you win. If you're new and you haven't done the trial yet, I highly recommend doing the trial to see how good these tools are. Not many people get on live and do live trades because they're afraid of not being right. So we are very, very confident in it working. In fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday who took 20 grand and made it into $500,000 in 3 months. So the tools work. We've got many, many people who are doing this very, very well. So, and we're here to get you to do it very well. All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.